Hello, the album I have to ramble about today is Phantom Island by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, which is a band I will have talked about before and will keep talking about because they're fun to talk about. Yeah. I've been wanting to talk about this album ever since I posted my B741 video, because this album and B741 have a lot of similarities because they were recorded around the same time, except the band was unsure about what to do with these specific recordings. So they called on an orchestra to help them fill in the gaps and like get some like insight on what to do with these tracks, which is really cool because of something they've never really done before. They've made collaborative stuff in the past, but never on this scale of this album. Like never on the scale of like collaborating with an entire orchestra. And the orchestra gives us this like throwback rock type of sound, similar to how B741 was. But even though B741 was like more grittier and like fuzzier guitars, this one's a lot more low key. I would say this one's a lot more pop leaning than being like straight up classic rock. Like that classic rock influence is still here, but it's like a lot more low key. It's like a lot more softer, is what I'm trying to say. Which is cool to hear a contrast, like compare and contrast of the two albums. That's one factor. What made me excited to hear this for the first time is to see how, and whole like after the singles, like hearing a whole album of that style was what made me excited to listen to this. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, like songs on here I'll give a shout out to would be all the singles. All the singles were solid. Phantom Island, Dead Stick, Grow Wings and Fly. But aside from the singles, my favorite song on here would be Eternal Return. I like the vocals on that track. I like hearing each member get their own vocal part. That's one thing about B741 that made me enjoy that album. I like hearing how vocal forward it was. I like hearing different members get the spotlight for a moment. This album is the same way because every track has multiple singers per track, which is cool to hear. Yeah, I like Eternal Return. I like the lyrics. I like the lyrics of every track on this album. Like King Gizzard never really gets introspective. They do sometimes, but this is their most like introspective album, I would say. Like every track is about like missing home and being homesick and missing your family. It's like sad, but I don't know. It's like sad but upbeat at the same time.